I don't have any resurrects either.
So what you're basically saying, Alex, is you came in here woefully unprepared.
Yes, I did.
I'm sorry, Alex, but this joke now has to be made. And to all the anti-Warcraft people who are going to get mad that I did this, shut up. Alex.
Ah, damn it, Black Rose is confused.
You were not prepared.
I bought a lot of healing elixirs. I thought I was...
you need to get out of here.
Black Rose, I gave you a skill order. Do it, please.
Now would be a good time to run away.
I can't run away. I'm in a dungeon.
Then, time to commit suicide.
I'm not committing suicide. Of course they have to give me fucking...
By your own... Like, if you get out of this fight, you gotta get out. Because if you don't have resurrects and you don't have half the stuff that you need to have, we are screwed, sir. Oh, and my apologies. I haven't made a joke about the twin combat crosses yet. I knew there was a joke I was missing in there somewhere. Actually, I kind of don't want to make that
bracelet
joke
is shining. Final enhancement. We may now use Drain Heart.
Great. Now we can make Kingdom Hearts jokes. What does Drain Heart do?
It's it drains multiple enemies with high chance of rare item. Damn it, they have magic tolerance.
So not only does Kite have the creation, or he not only does he have the Armageddon spell, but he is also responsible for the creation of the Heartless.
Of course he is.
Is there anything Kite hasn't done in this playthrough?
Do Black Rose.
What? Do Black Rose?
Yeah, get busy with Black Rose.
You know what? I'm not even going to give him that because he refuses. And frankly, I still don't know how old he is, much like, well, she's like 16, 17. We don't know how old he is.
Well, I don't think she's that old.
You were the one who was saying she's like 16, 17. She's in high school.
Well, maybe she is. It's been a while. I need to go back and double check again. I gotta go back and check again. God damn it.
That good. Research.hack characters. It's been a while. This is going to be one of those days, people. And really what I'm actually doing here, and Alex is going to get mad at me again, and so that he might get all Nazi on me. I don't have an anime update today.
Okay.
Mainly because we didn't report on this, but a previous story is like, or that happened a couple of weeks ago, is Japan is starting to, or is it Japan or is it the anime companies?
I don't know.
Launching their campaign against the online pirates.
Are you talking about the TPP?
Yeah, the TPP lawsuit that happened.
Right. Well, that's still that's been ongoing. Wise man, heal.
Too late. You killed him.
You would have some restorative.
You killed him, Alex, and it's all your fault. Wow! Holy shit! 9999. Is this gonna be that kind of game? Did we already use the Game Shark?
Permafrost. You're damn right you were careless.
Alright, check the chest, but if we're missing crap, we gotta go get it. The Nataku. Oh, speaking of the Gundam series that you're about to take on.
I actually just started.
How many episodes in are you?
6.
Okay, so you've seen quite a bit. So you already know the joke, Nataku.
I don't know. I know a lot of jokes.
That's actually what Wufei calls his Gundam.
Okay.
Yes, spoiler alert, he's actually taking on another Gundam series this year, and that is Gundam Wing. And do you want to actually tell the people at home why you're taking this one on, aside from all of the others?
I recall, like, catching an episode years ago on TV, so I've always been curious about it.
Kind of surprised that Gundam Wing ever made it to the WB. merger kind of thing.
I don't think it was I don't know. I don't really remember what network. It might have been Cartoon Network, and it probably could have even been something we like saw on a family trip somewhere. That just when because we didn't get Cartoon Network till quite late. So like when Cartoon Network really started dropping most of their anime lineups. So that could have been like I could have caught it on Cartoon Network. I could have caught it somewhere else. I don't really remember.
Okay, so you know the names of the pilots, right?
I'm still kind of learning because again, I only caught like one episode.
Okay, so when I say Wu Fei, you know what I'm talking about?
Right. Yeah, I know Wu Fei.
Wu Fei actually calls his Gundam Natama.
Okay.
Because that's actually the name of like a Chinese general. So that's supposed to kind of reference his character and his beliefs. You won't get that until much later in the series, but that's what it's supposed to do. So I actually do have a little bit of back on topic, because that's what Dot Hack does, people. And by the way, why are we going deeper into the dungeon when we have no resurrects and we have no potions and we don't have anything?
I have potions. I just don't have resurrects, and Black Rose already knows what it means.
Okay. All right, then I'll give you that. So yeah, because of the TPP lawsuit, we're already starting to see like a lot of websites that host anime kind of shutting down. Like one of the ones that I used to frequent a lot of the time because there was no choice, is shut down. It no longer distributes or streams. And it's one of those things that still makes me very sad that like Crunchyroll hasn't picked up the Gundam license, because they could.
Yeah, Sunrise, I don't know.
Well,
Sunrise
that's not
seems
entirely true. They picked up the most recent series, Iron-Blooded Orphans, and the most recent series for this year is on them, which is an official Unicorn series.
Right.
So they have that, but they don't have anything else.
Yeah, I think Sunrise is just really particular with their licenses.
Well, or
What?
either that or they have a lot of investment into this whole right stuff deal. So it's one of those things. I've actually had to deal with that debate because listeners of both podcasts as well as followers on my channel who know my kind of particular viewpoints on piracy are already asking the question of, like, if you have a problem with
Why
this,
is
and
this turning off?
now that Right Stuff is distributing Gundam series again, will you, with your promise, actually go and get them from Right Stuff now instead of going to online distribution? And my answer is going to be kind of complicated.
Adam, your controller's crap. It keeps turning off on me.
Okay, give 1 second, people.
It's paused. I'm sure it's fine. It's been in the closet.
If you get the flu, it's not my fault. That's what I'm saying.
It's always your fault, because you're always sick.
Because I'm old?
Because you're always sick.
Oh, okay. My apologies. I was gonna say, it's my fault because I'm old? Wow. I didn't expect that from you, Alex. I'm just gonna go cry in the corner. So yeah, people are already asking, like, am I going to change how I watch the series? I don't know how to answer you people. The main reason is because a lot of that stuff, yes, it's coming out, but it's coming out months later, which means, guys, you would have to wait like 2-3 months for a lot of those series to, and even in some cases 6 months to 9 months for those series to start coming here, and then I'd have to purchase them and all that. So right now, for the moment, because I want to continue to deliver a product to you guys, I might just keep watching this way until they start coming out on DVD. And then at that point, I will start getting the DVDs instead, because I don't usually like being the pirate kind of thing. I'm not a pirate. I'm not Jack Sparrow. So.
You are a pirate.
So yeah, and I'm trying to avoid this concept because Alex is just gonna kill me. I haven't watched any of that, mainly because I had to go double check to make sure the site I was watching Double Zeta on was still showing it, and it is, thankfully, but maybe come June, if I'm still in Double Zeta, I will get the second collection, and continue from there on DVD, which I personally would appreciate too, because Alex can kind of attest to this. I don't like watching series on my computer desk. I'd rather go downstairs and watch them on the big TV. Especially animation, man. It looks awesome. What's the grin for?
What?
Oh, he's not even listening. You're not even... I don't even know why we're partnered anymore.
I'm listening. You all of a sudden you're like, what's the gray for? What?
No. I was bringing up that... Because you and me, like, I know you've had to deal with this, especially when you have to review stuff and all of it's on your computer. Crunchyroll, not so much, because I'll bet you have the PS3 app.
No, actually, I don't.
So you watch it all on your computer desk.
Yeah.
I actually don't like doing that anymore. It's cramping and it's not fun. I would much rather, if given the opportunity, have a DVD or something like that so I can watch it downstairs on my big TV to enjoy the animation. Oh no, Alex, it's time. You have to bring it up. You have to say it.
Item cap word!
Yes. Indeed.
What?
So, yeah, I don't have a Double Zeta update. However, not to say that I haven't been watching a lot of animation recently. So, we'll get into that in a second. But before that, I want to divert really quick because of your anime update. You said you watched like 6 episodes, which means I know where you're at in Wing. Because I've watched those episodes many times.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to do a lightning round with you really quick, Alex, on your thoughts on some of the events that have already happened.
Okay.
First of all, the first meeting of Hiro, and Relina.
Uh-huh.
And you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
What were your thoughts on their first meeting?
It's kind of as I expected. I expected him to be like, I'm going to kill you now. You know too much. Roar.
So, for people who have never seen the series, and if you haven't, then you never had Cartoon Network. Because everybody I know of that had Cartoon Network at that time watched Gundam Wing. So in order to provide a cover for this particular Gundam pilot, he decides to enroll at like a boarding school.
Right.
And in turn, he meets the most popular girl at the school, Relina Dorlin.
Right.
I know her by a different name, but we'll get there. And she immediately, since she's the most popular girl in school and she's a nice girl, she invites him to her birthday party.
Mm-hmm.
To which he promptly rips the invitation in half, lets the paper go to the wind, and then she's like, but why, you fucking douche?
Hold that thought, Adam. I think we're going into an event.
Okay.
Oh, not quite.
Okay, moving on. And then he immediately moves right up to her ear and says, and depending on, like, if you have the DVD or the VHS, he either says, I'll destroy you, which I think is what he says in the VHS one, and in the DVD he says, I'll kill you.
Right.
To which we have to have the dun-dun, you know, the dramatic music, and she's like freaking out.
I love that, the destroy, because that's so much better than kill.
Actually, I think it's worse because it takes away from the character.
That's
a heavy edit.
That's what I'm saying. It's just like, I'm amazed, like, that's always like the convenient censorship to get around saying kill or die is destroy. But I'm like,
this is one of the reasons
it's a damn synonym. Who let them?
Yeah, this is one of the reasons why DVDs were actually such a great thing for anime now, or for anime fans, is because they eventually stopped editing the hell out of everything that people were saying. All right, they said, oh, we need to get another DVD out because this is how we get money, and people were sick and tired of waiting. So finally, we just stuck to the actual script, which is funny because Toonami also said, I'll kill you. So there you go. We're following the rules of the cable channel instead. With that said, excuse me. So we had that, and so your thoughts on it was this over the top as hell?
Of course it was.
Yeah.
The whole I gotta say, the whole show so far has been really over the top. I know I'm only a few episodes in, but...
So the second moment I have to ask about is the scene where Hiro has broken his leg, and he resets it with Duo as a witness.
Right.
Whose side are you on, Hiro's or Duo's? Was it gross or was it appropriate?
Yes, it was gross.
Yes.
Creepy, man.
This is actually a debate me and my friend actually had where I was like, oh man, gross! And he's like, cool. That's badass.
See, today before coming over, I decided to watch a couple episodes, and the last episode I watched before coming down here was right as Lady Un and others staged the assassination against all the
Party
higher-ups.
Night is the one that you just barely watched.
Yeah, and I just had to laugh at it because Lady Un, like, takes one of the representatives, throws him out the back of a plane, and then shoots him. How much
No,
more
you've watched further than that. You've watched the coup.
Yeah, the coup, basically.
The Oz coup, yeah.
Yeah, so basically, just like, oh my gosh.
I'm afraid we won't be needing your services anymore.
Throws him out the back of a plane and shoots him.
And the impeccable aim to still hit him right between the eyes.
How much overkill can you get, by the way? Purple mist. Dun, 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 boss time.
Okay, we'll stop this for a second.
Data bug.
That's not a bug. That's a blob. That's a volcano. Wow, the first thing that came to my mind was that lava mini movie that we saw, like with one of the Disney movies. I can't remember which. Was it Inside Out?
Yeah, I think it was Inside Out.
Yeah, bring me someone to lava. Yeah. I only know because I watched it recently, because it's still good.
Or was that?
So
or was that the Kira 6? I can't remember now.
we had that moment, but there's a couple other things I have to ask. You've now met all 5 of the Gundam pilots.
Yeah.
Let's just kind of get into them.
Well, that was fast.
Your thoughts on Hiro Yui?
Not impressed, I gotta say. He's kind of typical.
Kind of a blank slate.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. Yeah. Like, we only know that he's badass because everybody else says he's not human.
Yeah.
Which is funny because a friend of mine, like the friend that got me introduced to Gundam in the first place, which ironically, he doesn't watch Gundam anymore, and I do.
Wow, I've got no wood spells.
Him and me were actually bouncing back and forth. He's like, I can guarantee you by the end of the series, Hiro will be announced as an alien. And I was like, that'd be awesome. It's probably not going to happen, though. And it never did. Sorry. Okay, so Hiro was kind of a given. Duo Maxwell.
I have to say, unfortunately, all the Gundam pilots so far are kind of bland.
Well, let's see. Let's go into it. Actually,
Data measurement. Mission completed. Good work.
All right, let's go back to Root Town.
so good to know that you're there, Leos, with a measuring stick instead of your, history eraser button. Oh, you exist in my server? No, you don't.
Well, remember, these things transcend the powers of CC Corp.
I don't care. He can still make us transcend the server, and he doesn't do that. He can make us gods among the servers, all right?
Give us system admin privileges.
Oh, and speaking of grunties, oh, gee, mini Christmas, man, the thing around its neck. Is this gonna be Voodoo Grunty?
There's no voodoo grunty. Probably just gonna become a noble grunty, because I'm not doing any specific combos. Just trying to get it up, so I have a grunty.
Well, you see what it's around its neck, right?
Yeah.
A voodoo head. Or a shrunken head. So, now, let's actually get into that concept. So, you don't think there's anything special about Duo?
Not really.
Well, in your defense, I actually will say you're probably right, because given where you're at, you haven't really gotten to see much of their characters just yet.
Mm-hmm.
Because Duo's kind of like the comic relief character amongst them. Even though, like, Scott McNeil, I love you, but man, did you put it over the top with Duo Maxwell. The one in particular I want to ask is Katra. So, what are your thoughts on Katra Revolver Winner?
Oh, mon ami, thank you.
Oh no, we created a supervillain again!
I'll repay my debt to you,
To
mon
you,
ami.
mon ami. Yep, noble grunty is in every server.
Great, now he's gonna mouth off about how he's gonna go serve Marie Antoinette instead of us. So yeah, your thoughts on Katra?
You'll have to remind me.
Katra is the one that is in the desert. So he's got like a whole core behind him.
Is he
He's
like-
he's the Gundam with the two swords.
Oh, is he the blonde one?
The blonde one, yeah, the one that's spouting like peace.
Yeah. Again, I hate to say it, but I know it's still early, but for now, all of them are so very bland. They're all just kind of meshing together, really.
Well, you're not deep enough into the series where their character development actually comes into play. That's the sad part of it. I mean, even Hiro, like, his development doesn't even start until like 60% through the series. When we've had solid character development with all 4 of the other pilots. But Katra is an interesting one because the voice actor who plays him is a recurring Gundam voice actor. In fact, Katra is actually the U.S. voice for Amuro Ray.
Oh.
And also, he's done lots of voices in Gundam. Another place that people might know him particularly, his name is escaping me right now, but if you've watched Death Note, then you've heard him too. And that is, he plays Light Yagami. He plays the villain in Death Note.
Uh-huh.
Which is funny because the guy still hasn't figured out how to properly laugh yet. You'll get there. And also, the other one that I like that he has done is he is also in Gundam 00, which I'm still recommending Alex watch. He plays the main character there too, Setsuna Fsei. So we'll hopefully get there at some point. Let's see, what other moments can we actually get into that you've seen? Oh, this is gonna be so.
Perfect.
You've seen the Victorian Nightmare, I think is the name of the episode, where Wu Fei takes on the Victoria base.
Maybe I think so.
So you got to see the nightclub scene between not Lady Un, Noin and Zex.
Right, yeah.
Where she's gently saber rattling, so to speak. How do you like the supposed like undertones of a romance between those two?
Alright. It's alright.
Oh good, because you're never gonna get a payoff from it.
Why am I not surprised?
Yeah. Well, it's Zex. I mean, like, here's the thing that you will start to learn. If a character, you've kind of learned it, you've watched Seed, any character who has a mask of a sort,
Right.
they may have supposed romantic entanglements, but never acted upon. And that's true of all of them. I mean, even Char never had, like, a romantic entanglement. Because they're so obsessed with their alternate agenda. And yes, all of the masked figures in the Gundam series, Alex, have alternate agendas.
Doesn't surprise me.
Most of the time, it's revenge. So, vengeance.
Where's Wise Man? I need him.
Also, the other thing I have to ask is like, so you've seen Lady Un, you've seen Zax,
Yeah.
you've seen Trace. How do you like the fact that like all the villains are wearing like old 1776 military garb?
This is so strange. They're all like dressed like
You would expect them to be like Japanese military stuff, not. I swear, guys, watch it. They are like out of the musical 1776.
What can I do for you?
Most of the time.
Really? Yeah, it does. It looks like they're wearing like, garb from the Revolutionary War.
Yeah, even Zeon
bad
looked more
idea.
Japanese
I'll
military
make
than
effective
this.
use of it.
And so at that point, it's just like, what the crap is happening? And it's an ongoing theme of the series.
Yeah.
And yeah, we talked about the badass moment of Lady Un literally kicking I think it was General Septum, which is appropriate, like his name is because of his nose condition. What? Yeah! And then she just so happens to have the foresight to be able to knock him right between the eyes, to shoot him right between the eyes while he's falling, who knows how, like at terminal velocity.
I know, it's so ridiculous. All I can say, the funny thing is, I've been finding Gundam Wing a bit on the cheesy side, but still finding things to like about it. And I was like, kind of praising them, like, this still has like kind of the political intrigue and all that. And then that moment came up, and I just started cracking up.
Oh, and of course you probably also hit like the undertones between Trace and Lady Un, right?
Right.
Because she was like that's the part that makes me laugh the most, is like she's supposed to be this military commander, and the first time that we see her, she's filling a bath full of roses for trays.
Yeah.
Like, this is what a general does in Oz? Wow!
Virus
hi,
Co-
Helma.
Yeah. Virus cores full. Basically telling us where we can find our virus cores that we'll need. Because we gotta perform our Kojima powers.
Yes.
JKL. There are exceptions. What's in the news?
Malpractice?
Misato.
So Dr. House is working in Japan now.
Actually, Misato, if I recall, Misato University Hospital is where Black Rose's brother is laying comatose.
Okay.
It's the hospital where Orca is.
And
We have to
Orca.
hurry.
And Orca.